Good afternoon, everybody. This is OTC. I trade with Bear Bull Traders Community, and this is my trade recap on Workhorse. So let's look at the 5-minute chart first and just see what Workhorse did throughout the day, right? Had a sell-off in the morning. Then got a nice bounce, then started consolidating in an area here, just an area where you could probably start accumulating your position as the stock is doing this number. A lot of stocks did that today just before their breakout. Today was kind of turned into a trend day. The SPY ended up filling a gap and then basically turned into a trend day, just started working its way up. But I'll show later how I took a position like this on SQ on another trade where I got a position here, then added to my position here after seeing big volume, and then it took off and I rode that. But let's focus on Workhorse here. So that made a move. That's an ABCD pattern. There's your A here, your B, and your C here, and then your D is up as it continues to climb, right? And then it did it again in the close. So you had multiple ABCD patterns on this after the accumulation phase here. So the fact that it was holding, I wasn't watching this stock too closely, but the fact that it was holding this level here, that it broke up into another level right after the sell-off in the morning, holding this level, that's a good sign that you could accumulate your position before the pop, as we mentioned. But let's jump over to my trades. I got chopped around here for a while and then took a nice short here and then took a long here for the pop of the day, and I'll explain those in a little more detail. So let's jump over to the 1-minute chart. So won't spend too much time on this. Let's see, where are we? Let's scroll over a little. Scroll over a little more. Let's get the short in there. So first attempt was long, stopped out. Second attempt looks like it was long, also got stopped out. Then I was trying to catch, I saw this big move here. I don't remember how extended it was on the 5, but I was trying to catch a short back down to the downside, got stopped out. Then pushed up again, and I noticed it made a high there but a lower high here, so then I believe I tried to take another short there and got stopped out. Then let's see what I did here. So that would be, this was a long, I remember that, got a partial, then got stopped out. This was a long, got stopped out. This was a long, took another partial, got stopped out. So it wasn't all that bad. I was probably break even or green within these few trades. Maybe not so much with commissions and fees. And then looks like I tried a short here, got no. So looks like I tried maybe, I don't know, but not really sure what I did in here. But needless to say is I was making poor decisions, not being patient, not waiting for a setup to develop. Did it again here, tried it a couple times here, then finally recognized that it was forming this double top, and so I thought this was going to be the chance to go for the short, and it wasn't. It came back and retraced and made a triple top here, right? But in hindsight, what I think was good about me sticking with this trade is that, you know, one can lose their wits, so to speak, by doing all of this and making poor trades, getting chopped around, as we like to say. But no, I stuck with it, and at that point, not really sure what I had done to my P&L, but it probably wasn't good. And so I said, okay, I've got to wait for this thing to develop. And then I noticed that this 50 SMA was coming, so we have a strategy called the mountain pass, and that's when you have these averages below you that way. It was tested a level, but also it has to confirm it. I need it to make a high here, and then the next high has to be lower. So got that, have the averages here. I don't have VWAP. VWAP is way down below. I don't have VWAP through here, so that would have avoided that strategy. So tried my first attempt to enter here, right, and then added to my position thinking that this was rejecting finally, and then got stopped out. So not quite ready. Then I noticed that this time when it came up on this stop out here, it made a lower 1 minute, and then the next candle opened with a lower 1 minute as well. Popped up pretty hard, but then got rejected with good strength and was not able to break this daily level. And on top of that, as you can see, the body every time is a lower high on the body of the candle. So jumped in there. On this one, decided just to make sure that I wasn't rushing my partials. Let's take a look at what it was here. So my stop loss was the loss of this body. There was my entry. First partial was at 3R on this burst. There were big orders here, and I was taking it at the 50 level, which is a psychological level. I had a range order already set, so I missed getting down, say, to 49 with the pop, and then just executing the hotkey. Range order there, so I think I took off 25% there. Then I had another order set here because there were some big bids, so I didn't want to have this bounce back up on me. And then once it popped through that, it popped with good strength. I noticed that I just went ahead and clicked another 20% there. I think I wanted to make sure I locked in good profits. But then I started looking at the L2 again and noticed that there was a big bid down here. It was at 1925, and so I put my order for the remainder. So this one was 20. This one, a cumulative was, I believe it was a 10 and a 20, so 30%. So 20% of position here, 30% of position here, so that's 50. So I got the rest, 50% of the total position down here, and then sure enough, it turned around and made a move back up, right? So really good trade there. All in all, I would say 20% there. So it was roughly a 5R trade. So really good trade, makeup trade for the mess I created over here. So now let's scroll over. I have a long on this guy as well. It'll be the last of the review here. Let's scroll all the way over. And then here is the last trade. So ironically, on my other account, on my swing trade account, I have Workhorse long since under $14. And today, day trading it, and after noticing that it had made this, and I finished my position on that short, I noticed there was still, roughly 15 minutes day, more than 15 minutes, right? 20 minutes left in the day. And it started pushing up pretty fast. So I was hesitant to get in early on this. There was a huge order on the ask side at 20. There were several lots, 1,100 lots, and then a few more that were sitting, here at 20. And it failed to get there here, right, 3 times. And so of course there's a short opportunity there if it fails. But then if still have that much time during the day and it made this fast of a move back up, like this happened in 10 minutes, it had already claimed the 9 and the 20 and then claimed the 50 SMA. And then I kept watching it, noticed that it closed above the 50 SMA, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. And so I decided, okay, I was watching this candle here, and if this candle closed above and the next one opened above, then I would just wait for it to see how far it would retrace down below, wick down, and then jump in. So sure enough, I jumped in for a good position there, and then I went ahead and locked in some profits here at the daily level. That was 25% of my position. Locked in profits, moved my stop loss up to break even, so that would be at the top of this candle here, and then set a range order for, I think I set it for, so this is kind of an all or nothing, right? I set it for 20.02, and so I was saying that at 20 there was a lot of, I think it was 1158, so multiply that times 100, and then there was another lot there of like 50 something with it at that same price, and then there was another lot of like 38. So there was a wall of shares there on the ask side. So it was kind of all or nothing, because typically you put your order, if that's at 20, you put your order say at 1996, 1997, just ahead of it to guarantee that you get filled. But because it had done this and then came back, it was trying to finish the day on a strong move, right? And then it had been strong all day. I showed how on the 5, just look at this. This is today's total move. So, that was a total of what? Bottomed out at 1730 and finished the day at, let's just call it, so 2030, that would be $3, so $3.50 almost. So that's a pretty big move for Workhorse. You can see here the prior day it had a range of, let's just call it 17 to 18, so $2 move. The day before that looks like maybe a dollar move. So today it was in a very bullish sentiment. So as I mentioned, noticing that it had claimed this average and all these averages so quickly, I jumped in for kind of an all or nothing trade there, out 25%, out the rest 75%, and then it still went on all the way up to 2060. So pretty happy with that trade. Overall, I would give myself, on the overall trade, I'd give myself a B grade, just because I chopped around over here, wasn't really dedicated to a strategy, but the resilience I think was really good, and seeing that this triple top had developed, and then noticing that this lower highs here in comparison to the triple top there. Really dedicating myself here to getting a maximized trade, so setting my risk reward calculator and saying, okay, I'm not taking partial until certain levels, going small, and then here not risking to lose my P&L, but waiting for a strong confirmation of the move to the upside, paying attention to the clock, how much time it had left, and getting a little more out of this symbol. So in summary, trade management was probably a B overall grade on both these trades, probably an A here and an A here, and then needs improvements. Well, still something that I need to improve on is being more patient, like not getting yourself in the red on a stock, waiting for your setup to happen and then taking the trade, versus getting chopped around before taking a great trade. That seems to be a recurring theme with me. But that was Workhorse review for the day, and all right, thank you.